Alright guys, this looks like the last video for insurance related claims. Anyways, I guess let's get right into it. Alright, well, if y'all have already heard from the other ones, the insurance was looking at totaling my bike. Well, I got a call today from the adjuster. It is totaled. They totaled out the bike because the price to repair exceeded the threshold that they would want to pay to repair it. So basically, it's cheaper for them to pay off my bike and give me money back for everything I had on it and on my person. So basically, I guess the way it breaks down is I think I owe around $10,200, something like that. And insurance is going to give me something like $13,000, I think, off the top of my head, somewhere around there. It, give or take, probably like a couple of bucks. But yeah, basically it's something like that. So I'm looking at thousands. I'm not sure what I want to get yet. I've looked at the R1. I've looked at the BMW S1000RR. I've looked at the Aprilia RSV4. I've looked at, what else? The ZX6R. I've looked at pretty much every bike in the 1000cc range. What I'm looking for is a good dash. I hate the ZX6R's dash. Like, I know you can replace it. The one they have stock on there, like, I like analog and all for things that analog should be on, like guitars, stuff like that. When it comes to analog as a, tachometer or whatever, speedometer, all that stuff, I don't really like it. I never really have. So that's me personally. I actually kind of like the ZX6R's kind of like split one, but I still would prefer all digital. Maybe that's just, me being a techie. I know some people don't prefer it, but I've always preferred it. I get the argument that, you don't know how long it's going to last, blah, blah, blah. That's what you have insurance for, remember? But, those things can be repaired, replaced, whatever. A good display should last for a long time, especially if it's made right. No, don't get me wrong. You can replace the ZX6R's display. There's like an AIM something, like M3 or some shit like that. And that's a really nice display, but that's $1,100 and I'd have to install it myself. And that's not that big of a deal, but you have to take off like 20 fucking screws to get to it because of the way the fairings are. So I'm probably not going to go with that. I also looked at the Honda CBR 1000RR. Yeah, I really like that one. And I like the fact that it's a 1000cc bike, but it weighs the same as my ZX6R. And weight reduction is kind of like my thing. That's what I really enjoy. They have like an SP version. I've seen these bikes, anywhere from like, $15,000 and under. I don't know exactly how much, it all depends on what the bank's actually going to approve. And, I'll be able to put a down payment. Thankfully I'm getting excess money from after my bike being paid off. So it ought to be pretty good. Y'all can hear the background. There's a football game going on right now. Imagine that, the world's going back to normal here soon, hopefully. So right now I'm looking at all the 1000cc's. Let's just get right into it. What do y'all think about the 1000cc's? What do y'all think about, each of the different brands? What's your favorite brand? What do you like about it and not like about it? Or what do you not like about some of the other brands? Me personally, the ZX6R is a nice bike, but I hate this. I hate the screen, like the speedometer, all that. I hate it. I don't like it. It's more designed for tracks. That's all there is to it. Mostly I'm going to be riding my bike on the road, so I want something that's more practical for that. I'm looking for specific features too. I do want to get ABS. If I had ABS, I likely wouldn't have flipped my bike. ABS would have prevented my brakes from locking in the way that it did. So I'm looking for ABS. launch control, you know, all the typical things. Like I want to be, you know, as safe as I can, blah blah blah. So back to what my insurance actually is covering. They're paying my entire bike off. I don't even have to use the gap insurance. And then I get the remainder, which will cover basically all the gear that was in the accident and all the aftermarket parts. They paid for everything. So I'm getting, you know, probably about $3,000 back, roughly, maybe less, maybe more, who knows. So, you know, that's a lot, you know, when you're thinking about it, like how ridiculous of a small accident it was, and it's not even worth repairing. That just goes to show you, like, I get lucked out really, really well on, not on losing the bike, but on, like, you know, not messing myself up. High sides are the most dangerous thing that can happen to you because of the force of impact. I got lucky. You know, it could have been so much worse. I'm lucky I only broke, like, my hand. I could have broke anything else. And look, I'm not at 100% strength yet because I still have pain and I don't have 100% range yet. Like I can barely do this still. I can't do it very far, and I can't bring it all the way up or down. So, so stuff like this hurts. If I do it like this, it's not bad, but I would have to like get in to turn it down. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know, for me, stuff like this is really hard for me to do. Yeah. Actually opening it all the way up. I'm pretty sure I could ride this, but you know, it's still early and my bone's not completely healed yet. And also, I have to buy a new helmet. Whenever you wreck and your helmet takes a hit, you have to replace it because the inside is made out of like some type of reinforced styrofoam style thing. And you know, who knows what damage actually happened on the internals of that. And you don't want to like, because you never know, like accidents happen all the time on motorcycles. So you don't want to be the dumbass that, you know, hits their head and, you know, you end up braining yourself because your helmet wasn't structurally fit, basically. Anyways, I don't want to ramble on too much about it. Pretty much everything I had on is getting replaced. So we'll be good. And, you know, we learned a lesson. Well, I learned a lesson personally. I'm going to get ABS. I mean, I used to talk all this shit. I was like, yeah, the ABS model is slower. That's irrelevant whenever, you know, when I'm driving normal, that's when my accident happened. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I wasn't hauling ass. I wasn't doing like wheelies. I wasn't doing anything. The only thing I did was drive it normal. And then I had to get some front brake. And as soon as I did, I slid on a fucking rock. And, you know, before you know it, I broke my hand on the floor. Oh, what a disaster. That hurt so bad, guys. I didn't really feel it until I got home, but like, Jesus. So, yeah, the insurance basically took care of everything. It's handled. So I will be looking for a new bike, 1000cc, some variant of it. I don't know. I want to get something newer, so probably 2018 and up. I've been looking at the Hondas recently a little bit more intently than the other ones. If I can find like a 2018 or 2019, I'll probably go with that. Now, I think the 2019 has a throttle by wire, which is probably going to be a lot better than the ones that the 2018s have. So we'll see. I'm looking at 1000 RRs. I'm looking at the, well, we'll see. It just depends. Like I have a pretty decent down payment I can put in. So I'll see what the bank wants to finance and go from there. I'd like to hear y'all's opinions on what you think I should get. And also, I want to hear y'all's opinions on what y'all think the insurance is going to charge me for my next bike. I bet it's going to go up. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all have a good one, and y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all in the next video.